Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Nako, it's actually, I've been wanting to do this episode for a while now. Dahil it's quite worrisome. Nakita ko na po na sinishare itong topic na ito, unfortunately, ng ilang social media, personalities, mga Filipino vloggers in Canada. Okay, it's fake news, guys, ha? Fake news. Itong may viral video on YouTube saying that ang Pilipinas daw bahagi o isa sa mga na-imposan kumbaga ng travel ban ng Canada. Okay guys, that's not true. There is no travel ban on the Philippines. Okay? O sige, puntahan na nga natin. Ang kasama ko guys, panonoorin natin yung video na yan. Kasama, ayan, si immigration lawyer Lou Dangzalan. Thank you, Lou,
Hello.
Finally, baka kasi hindi sila maniwala kung i-dispute ko na fake news eh. I need you to back me up.
Oh, I'm sure mataas ang trust ratings mo, Ina. Come on.
Okay, so, sige, puntahan na nga natin yung video para pag-usapan na talaga natin. Ito yan guys. This video was posted 9 days ago. Okay, and it has already received ilang views? More than 353,000 views. Okay, ang dami nang nakapanood. And as I mentioned, mas marami pa yung kumbaga domino effect nito dahil kineri na siya, pinag-usapan na siya as if it's true, validated by some vloggers in Canada. Okay? Ay nako, ang title nakita nyo dito. It's begun. Canada's new travel ban targets Asian 10 countries affected. May ganun pa, no, Lu? Una sa lahat, are you aware of any travel ban recently announced by Canada, Lu?
Ni Amerika nga, walang travel ban. So, ano na naman to? For today, suriin natin si Maria Teresa.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada has just dropped a
Hindi pa pala, sorry, na-press ko agad. Sorry, Lu.
No worries.
Oh,
Yeah, walang travel ban. Just to be very clear, guys, walang in-announce ang Canada about changes to its TRV rules, about its rules restricting travel for specific nationalities. That's not a thing in Canada. And if people are saying, oh, paano nagawa yan ng US? Baka pwede rin sa Canada. Una sa lahat, ibang bansa po ang Canada. Ang Canada po ay isang bansa ng rule of law. Meron po tayong Charter of Rights and Freedoms. If may ganitong klaseng ban na nangyari, you can expect that this will be a headline on the CBC sa mga mainstream news channels in Canada.
Exactly.
Sa global
Exactly,
wala
guys.
siya.
Okay,
Wala.
abangan nyo totoong news platforms. And when you say travel ban, Lou, usually what does that include? Baka isipin ng, usually visitors travel ban ba pag sinabi mong travel ban, or lahat yan, nobody is allowed to enter whether you're from that country, kahit ano pang status mo coming in?
So the notion of a travel ban does not exist in Canada. As I said, the closest thing that we had was a travel restriction during the time of the pandemic, 'di ba? Kasi may mga emergency measures. So nung time na 'yon, ang mga allowed lang to travel back to Canada were Canadian citizens, permanent residents of Canada, those who had valid visas to Canada and had a valid reason to travel to Canada. For example, meron silang trabaho or meron silang pag-aaral, kailangan bumalik sila ng Canada sa lalong madaling panahon. Remember, noong 2020, nag-impose ng ban ng March, nilift din ito mga bandang October for international students. Sa workers naman, hindi nag-stop yung deployment to Canada. Pati family reunification, andun pa rin. At later on, nirelax nila yung may mga visitor visas to Canada, na foreign nationals pa rin, pero kailangan meron kayong salient reason to come to Canada. So halimbawa, nung time na yon, meron kayong family member na kailangan mag-reunite kayo with in Canada. Halimbawa, magulang, asawa, etc.
Okay. Oh guys, pandemic na yun worldwide, pandemic. Hindi pa rin nagkaroon ng travel ban per se, no? Only a restriction ng tawag din doon. Anyway, sige, puntahan na natin itong video na ito. As you see in the caption, merong 10 countries na i-discuss dyan. But for our discussion, we will only focus on what was said about the Philippines. Kasi sinabi nga, kasama daw yung Pilipinas dyan. Puntahan lang natin yung intro, tapos pupuntahin natin yung part on the Philippines. Okay? Sige, I will play it na, Lua.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada has just dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves across the globe. A new travel ban targeting 10 Asian countries has been announced, and the reactions are explosive. Is this a necessary measure to protect national security, or is it a politically charged move that reeks of discrimination? Today, we're diving deep into the details, which countries are affected, why this decision was made, and the massive implications it could have on international relations, families, and global travel. Buckle up, because this is one of the most controversial policies Canada has introduced in years, and you need to hear both sides of the story. Now let's break down.
Okay, grabe yung intro, Lu, no?
Ganda ng
Parang
AI,
talagang... Oh, ano yan, Lu?
Ang ganda ng AI. Una sa lahat, bakit TSA? Ano kinalaman ng Amerika sa Canada? TSA is a US arm. Sa Canada is CATSA. So, unang-unang
yun
ko lang
nga.
nakita ang JAPEX na yung video, di ba? So, anyway, go ahead.
Ako, ang observation ko naman, grabe siya mag-attract ng attention, yung scripting niya, no? Bombshell, yung parang, and then, yung implication, devastating implication, parang ganun yung level niya, no? Talagang as if, sobrang big news nito, but as Luz mentioned earlier, none of the news organizations have even talked about this, guys. So when you are watching things like this, i-cross-check nyo man lang at the very least, di ba?
True.
Okay. Sige, this is the intro. Let's go to the part of the Philippines. Ito yan.
Let's go.
20.
The Philippines sends more to prevent illegal immigration. Others point out that Pakistanis
I'll
fleeing
just finish this
persecution,
up.
including minorities like Christians and Ahmadis, now have fewer safe havens. Is Canada prioritizing security over humanity? The debate is heating up. The Philippines sends more temporary workers to Canada than almost any other nation. Nurses, caregivers, and laborers from the Philippines have been essential in filling labor gaps, but now that flow is being cut off. The Canadian government insists this is about overpopulation concerns and visa fraud, but Filipino advocacy groups say this is a heartless move that punishes hardworking migrants.
Lu, healthcare pa talaga ang tinukoy dito na ititigil.
Galing talaga ng AI. Yan na nga masasabi ko.
Guys, no ha, there is no ban, especially from for healthcare workers. Kabaliktaran pa nga siguro kung magkakaroon ng restrictions, 'di ba? Kung lilimitahan nila yung mga uri ng workers na tatanggapin.
Sila yung mahuli.
I-retain nila yung sa healthcare workers. 'Di ba? Ano ba yan? Tapos meron pa silang sinasite ng mga advocacy groups, etc. But they never mention any specific group.
None.
Ewan ko nga ba?
AI script talaga. Tapos, Ina, if I may, yung scripting niya is obviously, nang debate ng emotions. And sabi mo nga, ang galing, diba? Ano to, modus operandi or MO talaga ng mga channels na nagpo-proliferate ng fake news. And ito nga isang classic example. Unang-una sa lahat, kung totoong Canadian content ito, dapat yung English spelling ng captions, dapat Canadian English. Kitang-kita na hindi siya Canadian English. So, ang dami ng red flags dun sa video. Pangalawa, they target emotions, trigger points. Kasi alam naman natin in the, yung kalakaran ng pagiging viral, kailangan meron kang mapindot na mga emotion buttons. Yung anger, anxiety, ito yung mga nagpapatagal ng engagement sa social media. So, kitang-kita natin na tinitira yung mga Pinoy pagdating sa mga alam mo yung mga paragon examples of our overseas workers, di ba, yung mga healthcare workers.
Meron pa to. Sige, mahaba tong discussion nila actually sa supposed sa fake news travel ban nila. Teka.
With remittances from Canada making up a significant part of the Philippine economy, this ban could devastate families back home. The Philippines, one of Canada's top sources of temporary foreign workers, has been directly hit by the new travel restrictions, and the consequences could be devastating for both countries. Why the Philippines? Canada's stated reasons. The Canadian government has justified the inclusion of the Philippines in the ban based on three key concerns. Over-reliance on Filipino temporary workers. Canada has heavily depended on Filipino labor, particularly in healthcare like nurses and caregivers, and low-skilled sectors such as agriculture and food services. Officials argue this has created an imbalance, where certain industries fail to recruit domestically because they can exploit cheaper foreign labor. Visa fraud and misrepresentation. There have been rising cases of fake job offers and fraudulent work permits linked to Philippine applicants. Some recruitment agencies in the Philippines have been accused of charging exorbitant fees while providing false promises of Canadian employment.
Ang dami niyang accusations, ano? Although, a part of it is true. A part of it is true.
That's the good thing about propaganda. That's the key thing in propaganda warfare, di ba, Ina? Sa propaganda and fake news, there needs to be a kernel of truth in order for it to become viral. Di ba? So kaya ang bilis netong kumapit at kumalat. Dahil actually, kung hindi ka nagpe-pay attention closely dun sa kumakalat, kita natin na, wait, parang totoo nga yung sinasabi. So yung iba din, paniniwalaan mo, di ba?
Kaya nga. Guys, again, this is not true. May sinasabi siyang parang may reaction na yung Philippines about what is happening. Wala din yun, okay guys? It's not even being reported back in the Philippines. Otherwise, alam mo yung big news din to sa Pilipinas, tandaan ninyo, kung ito ay totoo. Ano ba yan?
Permanent residency backlogs. A significant number of Filipino temporary workers apply for permanent residency, contributing to Canada's overwhelming immigration backlog. The government claims this ban will help clear the system and prioritize other migration streams. The immediate impact on Filipinos. The fallout from this ban is immense and multi-layered. Healthcare crisis in Canada. Filipino nurses and caregivers make up a critical portion of Canada's healthcare workforce. With this ban, hospitals and care homes may face severe staffing shortages, worsening an already strained system. Dreams deferred for over...
Alam mo, Lul, nakakainis. So ngayon, ano siya, contradicting na siya yung sinasabi niya.
Gulo, no?
Kaya nga, guys, alam mo, what do you think about that, Lu? Itong last portion na to.
But yun nga, to your point, contradictory na yung mga statements dun sa portion niya about the Philippines. But again, lilin back ako dun sa sinabi ko kanina. They're trying to press your emotional response buttons here. Anger, anxiety. Ito yung mga nagpapatagal sa social media engagement. So, ingat tayo sa social media and news consumption natin. Dapat pihikan din tayo.
Oo. Ako, actually, I think a tip, double check ang any information na ang video presentation is using AI.
Yeah.
Okay. Siguro it takes a certain level of may editorial judgment kung yung scripting i-determine mo kung AI generated. Pero I guess the first clue is yung voice, yung audio na nagsasalita. Okay.
Yes.
Medyo gets nyo naman kung AI yan. Pag ganyan, you verify the information. I mean, baka yung ibang legit naman na news, sites gumagamit ng AI, pero marami kasi sa mga nagsispread ng misinformation gumagamit ng AI na boses. Okay?
Tsaka, tignan mo, Tina, sa paggamit ng AI voice po ko dyan, yung mga video clips na ginagamit, kung marami masyadong reliance sa stock footage. So, in this case, ang daming stock footage, di ba? Pangatlong punto na napaka-importante din is, bakit walang citation sa primary sources?
Oo.
Diba? Bakit walang sinabi na si immigration minister ganito or si prime minister ganyan? Walang sinasabi, diba?
Correct. Oo. That's actually the most important one, guys. Wala siyang sinasay. Tama siya. Walang sinasay na kahit anong
Sees Filipino workers OFWs view Canada as a lifeline for higher wages and better opportunities. Now, thousands who were in the process of applying or already had job offers are left in limbo. Many have sold property or taken loans to pay recruitment fees only to face financial ruin. Families in limbo. Many Filipinos in Canada are on work permits while waiting to sponsor their families. This ban could mean indefinite separation for parents, spouses, and children. Economic ripple effects. The Philippines relies heavily on remittances from workers abroad, and Canada is a major destination. In 2023 alone, Filipinos in Canada sent home over $1.5 billion. With this ban, Reduced remittances could weaken local economies, especially in provinces where Canadian work visas are highly sought after. Recruitment agencies collapse. Many Philippine-based agencies specializing in Canadian placements may shut down, leading to job losses in the local job matching sector. Increased
Alam mo, ayoko na, let's end this here, Luna.
Yeah, actually.
Nakakaloka. Parang etong last part, no, nananako talaga siya, no, as you mentioned, continuously appealing sa emotions by parang magge-generate ka ng worry, concern, fear. Yung sinasabi na, nako, dahil dyan, matagal yung separation, yung reunification ng family, matatagalan, mga ganun ba?
Pati yung choice ng video, kita mo si ate, naghihikaws dun sa kanyang papers. Talagang yung mga trigger points niya, diba? Obvious na obvious.
Oo. Ay nako. Guys, be careful about these types of videos. That is not true. Walang travel ban. If anything, wala guys, no? We just know, of course, is yung changing policies with the end goal of, reducing the temporary resident population, reducing din yung number of PRs na tatanggapin nila in the coming years. But again, continuous pa rin ang flow ng, workers. Depende yan kung in demand ang inyong trabaho, etc. Yun lang naman. Lou, what are your last words, no? Baka may mga tanong sa'yo, Lou, bawal na, hindi na matutuloy yung application ko. Baka may mga ganun, di ba?
Thankfully, wala pa naman masyadong mga nagtatanong. Although na-forward na ito sa akin, actually from my titos and titas, yung mga ganitong klaseng videos in the past, mga AI generated. Yung tito ko nga last month lang nag-send sa akin from California, hindi na pala visa required ang mga Pilipino to Canada. Ito yung ETA announcement like 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was. So, ibig sabihin, ang dami talaga nagpo-proliferate ng mga AI-generated fake news videos. Ingat po tayo. And the last point, and in-emphasize din ni kanina is primary sources. Ano yung sites nyo? So, ano ba, galing saan yung announcement? Tignan nyo kung nagre-refer sila sa mga announcements o hindi. And worst case, in-advise pa rin kanina, is like, check reliable, more mainstream sources. It doesn't hurt. It takes a second to Google it, diba? Kung hindi lumalabas, sabi, magtaka na kayo, diba?
Last question na lang pala, Lou. Why do you think is somebody coming out with these types of, fake information? Who could be behind this? Who could benefit from these types of information?
Hindi nagbe-benefit anyone specifically in the public, but the producers are getting a lot of views. I think when you shared this video with me, parang nasa hundreds of thousands na yung view niya, diba? Kumakalat talaga siya. And kung titignan mo, pinuntiri ang Pinas. Ang taas ng social media and basically internet consumption ng mga Pinoy. So alam nila na prime target sa mga Pinoy is pagdating sa virality, pagdating sa engagement. Kasi nga, mataas talaga ang stats ng Philippines pagdating dyan. Hindi ka ba nagtataka, siguro sidebar, bakit ang daming mga social media influencers, mga YouTubers, na pumupunta sa Pilipinas, tas they will sing platitudes about the Philippines kasi alam nila ang taas ng engagement kapag tinarget mo ang mga Pinoy. And that's how they build the following on YouTube or on whatever channel they have on TikTok para, yun nga, kumita. So kumita sila sa pag-spread ng fake news na ito, unfortunately.
Correct. So it's all about the clicks, the views, and earnings. Anyway, sige guys, ingat kayo. Again, it is not true, that video that is circulating. Tell everyone na baka may nag-forward sa inyo, sabihin nyo, hindi yan totoo. Okay, let's help. Let's help fight this fake news. Anyway, okay, Lou, thanks so much. We will end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!